Is Homeschooling Impacting Our Education? By Chantel Smith and Data 620 in fall 2019. With the ongoing increase of young athletes or students who may be ahead or behind the curve, homeschooling seems to be in trend now. It is set up to provide a more personalized academic life as opposed to attending public or private school, which is governed by the Board of Education. Within each state, there are different requirements when homeschooling to determine which subjects need to be covered and how families should provide proof of academics in order to receive their state accreditation. In homeschooling, you can either choose to be governed by an umbrella organization like a church or by the state. Seeing that homeschooling doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon, especially in this era where bullying has been um, an epidemic, has been a constant issue in school, I wonder if homeschooling has really changed the way the K through 12 academic world has been progressing. If we look at Figure 1, we see that public school enrollments have remained relatively steady over the past 15 years, and based on the trend line, it will most likely remain steady moving into the future. Meanwhile, homeschool enrollments have been fluctuating throughout the same time frame. There seems to be about a 3% steady increase each year from 2000 with 2016 yielding about 2.5% increase. And even though there was a slight drop from 2012 to 2016, of roughly 70,000 homeschool enrollments, the trend line indicates that that will not stop the homeschool enrollments from increasing in the future. I actually agree with this predictive analysis, and I'm actually surprised that the public school enrollments hadn't decreased more than it has. Looking at Figure 2, being homeschool increases chances of graduating high school. Um, FYI, you'll see that this data doesn't have that many points. That's just because of the homeschooling data tables that I was able to receive. Did not have that many data points, and it only had about 5 to 6 over the 16-year time frame on multiple data tables. But anyway, based off of Figure 2, we can see that although there weren't many points, we did see the points that we have a positive correlation, meaning that the more homeschool enrollments there have been, the more students there were graduating high school. This data considers graduates between the ages of 14 to 21, and this is important to note because in homeschooling environments, students are more in charge of their education and can possibly graduate earlier than other kids that are their age. In contrast, in Figure 3, I wanted to see about high school dropout rates. So the high school dropout rates decline in the wake of a positive trend in homeschooling enrollments. As seen here in Figure 3, drop rates from high school has been steadily decreasing since its peak in 2004, with almost 4 million recorded high school dropouts. It's important to note that during this time, education had been heavily impacted by the No Child Left Behind Act during President Bush's tenure in office. Knowing that homeschool enrollments have been steadily increasing over time as dropout rates have been decreasing can lead to the conclusion that more homeschool enrollments have a negative correlation with the high school dropout rate. Tableau is actually forecasting a steady decrease of 100,000 dropouts each year between 2016 to 2020. I actually have a high confidence in this forecast because of the negative correlation between the homeschool enrollments trend. Looking at Figure 4, bullying rates decline as anti-bullying campaigns ramp up in school. In Figure 4, we see that bullying rates in the past 15 years were at an all-time high in 2007, where 32% of students reported that they had been bullied in school. These statistics do not surprise me with the ramp up of technology that happened around that time that made way for the cyberbullying epidemic. Following that year, bullying rates continued down and steadily decline, which could be due to the ramp up of anti-bullying campaigns and harsher punishments within the school system, but it also could be due to the fact that more families did turn to homeschooling. And as you see, homeschool enrollments went from 1 million to 1.7 million enrollments between the years 2003 to 2012, while bullying percentages spiked at 32% in 2007 and has decreased to about 21% in 2013. Finally, in Figure 5, bullying plays a vital role in the student success. We see that out of all the combinations in relationship between bullying, high school graduation rates, high school dropout rates, and college enrollment rates, only two showed any type of relationship. This graph shows that as bullying rates increase, so does the high school dropout rates, which is a positive correlation. Also, as the high school dropout rates decline, the high school graduation rates increase, which is self-explanatory, but a negative correlation nonetheless. All other combos yielded no solid correlation. In conclusion, homeschooling statistics strongly point to be steadily increasing, while bullying and high school dropout rates continue to be on the decline. In reviewing more statistics, you can even see that homeschoolers are doing better academically than their traditional brick and mortar counterparts. As such, this method of education does stand up to the strongest of analysis. Thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation. I hope you were able to learn a little bit more about homeschooling. Have a great day.